Ever pondered what the future of jobs looks like with the rapid advancements in AI? We stand at a crossroads, a junction of sorts, where technology is transforming the job market at an unprecedented pace. AI, or artificial intelligence, has been making waves, and not just the gentle lapping at your feet kind. No, these are the kind of waves that have the potential to create a seismic shift in our work landscape. Picture this: you're a taxi driver, but your cab is now driven by an AI system. Or perhaps you're an accountant, but an algorithm is crunching numbers faster and more accurately than you ever could. The reality is AI is creeping into every corner of our professional lives, proving itself to be a formidable competitor for human jobs. A report by the World Economic Forum estimates that by 2025, machines will be doing more than half of all work tasks. Half! That's a staggering figure, isn't it? We're not just talking about manual jobs either. The likes of doctors, lawyers, and even creative professions aren't immune to this digital invasion. But is it all doom and gloom? Well, as the great Han Solo once said in Star Wars, never tell me the odds. While the rise of AI might seem like a threat to some, it's also an opportunity to adapt, evolve, and find new avenues. Remember, we humans have a knack for resilience. We've weathered the agricultural revolution, the industrial revolution, and we'll certainly navigate this digital revolution too. We've got history on our side, after all. And here's the twist in the tale. The youngest generation in our workforce, the Gen Zers, they're not just surviving in this AI-dominated job market, they're thriving. They're catching the wave, carving out their own path and showing us that it's not all about silicon brains and algorithms. But what if I told you Gen Zers are finding a sweet spot in this AI-dominated job market? Yes, you heard it right. Stay tuned as we dive into how they're doing it and why their approach might just be the blueprint for the future. You're probably wondering, what's this sweet spot? Well, it's the resurgence of blue-collar jobs. Now, I can almost hear the collective gasps. Blue-collar jobs, really? Yes, indeed. Gen Zers, those savvy youngsters born between the mid-90s and the early 2000s, are proving to be quite the trendsetters. They're not just catching the wave, they're riding it like pros. Blue-collar jobs, traditionally associated with manual labor and often dismissed as less desirable, are experiencing a paradigm shift. Gen Zers are breaking stereotypes, bringing a fresh perspective to these professions. They're electricians, plumbers, carpenters, mechanics, welders, you name it. And they're doing it with a level of enthusiasm and commitment that's truly inspiring. Why, you ask? Well, it's simple. These jobs offer stability, decent pay, and most importantly, they're largely immune to automation. You see, while AI can do many things, it can't replace the human touch, the skill, the creativity. A robot might be able to assemble a car, but it can't diagnose a unique mechanical issue based on a strange noise or a gut feeling. It can't replace a leaky faucet or wire a house. These are skills that require human intuition, experience, and expertise. So let's debunk a few stereotypes. Blue-collar jobs are not just for the less educated or the less ambitious. They require a high level of skill and training, and they're not dead-end jobs either. There's ample room for growth and advancement. Furthermore, these jobs are not just for men. Women are stepping into these roles, breaking barriers and proving that they're just as capable. It's not about gender, it's about skill, determination, and hard work. So, to all the Gen Zers out there, we salute you. You're challenging norms, reshaping the job market, and most importantly, you're securing your future in a world where AI and automation are fast becoming the norm. As they say in the Shawshank Redemption, get busy living or get busy dying. Gen Zers seem to be choosing the former. Now, you must be thinking, blue-collar jobs, really? Yes, really. Let's talk about a young lad named Tom. Tom was always good with his hands, building, fixing, creating. It was his bread and butter. He toyed with the idea of college, but the thought of 4 years and an Everest of student loan debt made him shudder. Instead, he took up an apprenticeship in plumbing. Fast forward a few years and Tom is running his own successful business, earning a good income, and get this, he has 0 student loan debt. Tom might not be wearing a suit to work, but he's laughing all the way to the bank. Then there's Lisa. Lisa was a whiz at school, top of her class and destined for a white-collar job. But Lisa had other ideas. She swapped her textbooks for a set of tools and became an electrician. Today, she's the go-to person in her city for all electrical work. She's got job security, a steady paycheck, and she's building a future that's immune to the whims of AI. These aren't isolated examples, they're just two of many Gen Zers who've recognized the potential in blue-collar professions. They're proof that success isn't just about the color of your collar, but about finding what you love and making it work for you. The benefits of these jobs are multitude. There's the appeal of tangible work where you can see and touch the results of your labor. There's the promise of good pay, often better than many traditional white-collar roles. And let's not forget the big one, no student loan debt. In a world where college costs are skyrocketing, that's a benefit that can't be overlooked. So, are blue-collar jobs worth considering? Absolutely. In an era where AI is threatening many traditional professions, these hands-on roles are thriving. As Morpheus said in The Matrix, I can only show you the door. You're the one who has to walk through it. And Gen Zers are striding through it confidently. So, what role does education play in this blue-collar boom? Well, let's take a stroll down this new educational avenue. Vocational training and apprenticeships are standing in the spotlight. They're the new rock stars in town, offering practical skills that directly translate into job readiness. They're like the Batman of education, swooping down to save the day with a utility belt full of job-ready skills. Traditional college degrees, on the other hand, are no longer the only ticket to a prosperous future. The perception towards them is shifting, much like the plot twist in a Christopher Nolan movie. Suddenly the protagonist isn't the only interesting character, and the side characters are stealing the show. Now don't get us wrong, traditional education still has its place. It's like the classic British cup of tea, always there, always reliable. But the world is also developing a taste for coffee, iced lattes, and matcha green tea. In the realm of education, these new flavors are vocational training, apprenticeships, and online learning platforms. Speaking of online learning platforms, they're like Netflix for your brain. You can binge watch a series on coding, pause for a snack, then resume with a documentary on renewable energy. They offer a buffet of knowledge, catering to the diverse interests and learning paces of individuals. They're the choose-your-own-adventure books in the digital age of learning. These platforms, along with vocational training and apprenticeships, are empowering Gen Zers to tailor their education to their interests and the job market's needs. It's like customizing your character in a video game. You get to pick your skills, your tools, and your path. In the words of Gandalf from The Lord of the Rings, all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. And it seems Gen Zers are making wise choices. So, what does this mean for the future of jobs and AI? Imagine this, if you will, a world where blue-collar jobs and artificial intelligence not only coexist, but thrive together. Yes, that's right, thrive together. There's no need for a Terminator-style showdown here, no Skynet plotting to replace us all. You see, the future job market is not a zero-sum game. It's a symbiosis, an ecosystem where both humans and AI have their own unique roles to play. Think about it. The machines, with their algorithms and processing power, can handle the number crunching, the data analysis, the repetitive tasks. They're fantastic at that, like an overly enthusiastic intern who never needs a coffee break. But when it comes to the human touch, the compassion, the creativity, the adaptability, well, let's just say they're not quite there yet. And that's where we come in. That's where Gen Zers, with their resilience and adaptability, are catching the wave. They're not just surviving in this new world, they're thriving, they're innovating. They understand that in a world that's constantly changing, the most important skill is the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. They're not just preparing for one career, but many. They're embracing the concept of lifelong learning, understanding that the knowledge and skills they acquire today may need to be adapted or even discarded tomorrow. It's like they're constantly updating their internal software, always ready to meet the challenges of the next update or patch. And it's not just about survival, it's about creating a future that's vibrant, diverse, and inclusive. A future that values the contributions of both humans and AI. A future that's not just about technological advancement, but also about social progress. So as we look to the future, there's no need to fear the rise of the machines. Instead, we can look forward to a future where we work alongside them, each bringing our unique strengths to the table. As they say in Star Trek, the future is unwritten, and Gen Zers are authoring their own with a pen of resilience and adaptability.